this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for Colorcast Designs, where this is my first official design team layout for 2024. I am super excited to be part of her team, and I am grateful that Jessica brought me on full time. So for part of the design team for 2024. So with that being said, I have gotten the acrylic piece for the subscription, and I have been getting the acrylic pieces for I think almost 2 years now, if I remember correctly, and I absolutely love them. You guys have seen me use her acrylic pieces for a lot of different things, for my layouts, all of that, and I have gotten her wood veneer pieces as well. The one thing that I do like about her acrylic pieces, they are a little bit flexible so that they can kind of mold to what they are. They're not as, let's get this in, they're not as thick, I feel, as some of the acrylic companies that you can get from. And they're flexible. And what I mean by that, they'll still break if you crack it. But they're a lot more giving. And I really, really like that. So I am going to be using out of the acrylic subscription. And like I said, I've gotten the subscription and it's the best deal ever. You can add a little bit on. You will get a discount code for your shipping, that free of charge, so that you can put that towards your kit when you get the subscription. But it's the best thing. So this one is called Truly, Madly, Deeply. And I'm not going to go into any disclaimers, but if you know, you know. With this title, you just know. And it has nothing to do with my husband. If you were at all born in the 80s and 90s, you just know. You know. So, or, in the 70s and grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying. You would know exactly what this is. And I'm super stoked because this meeting right here just fits this photo. So this is our anniversary. We missed a year before. This is our first year since he's been back. Obviously we've done other ones, but this is the 2023's one, and it's been a road because of military, and we had to transition from military to civilian life, and our anniversary is in March, but I am most definitely going to be using this kit. So I'm also going to be using, I'm not sure which wood pieces, but her wood pieces. Also, her wood pieces, they are definitely wood. You can paint them. You can do whatever you want with them, but they are super thin, and I love that. They're very flexible, but they will, if you do too much with them, they will break because they're thin. But they're just perfect sizing. They don't add any extra to your layout other than the gorgeousness. There's no extra thickness to them or anything like that. Excuse me. So this one says, love us, sweet on you, hearts, love you, and then it says made for each other. Not sure which one. This is an add-on that I purchased, and this is the subscription piece, component to the wood veneer section of it. So I am going to, on a side note, I purchased a long time ago one of Erica Creates kits, and so I am going to follow along. I'm not going to really show much of this, but you do get a kit. All of her stuff, just go check her out. She's really cool. She used to be part of my downline for Close to My Heart, all of that. But I'm going to follow her layout somewhat. You guys know I've got to add. She does a lot of white space, and you guys know white space is not me. But we're going to make this work. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to gut the middle of this. I'm kind of following the instructions that Erica Creates gave me, gave the class. And so I'm gutting the middle so that I can be able to use it on the photos. Now, the photos are going to be a little bit of a different size, and Erica doesn't really do a lot of mixed media on her layouts. I know that she's starting to. do more, but a lot of hers typically are just white backgrounds. And for me, I'm not that person. I am a mixed media guru, or I feel like it's got to have some type of a background to the background. So I started out with the tangerine stencil butter from the Crafters Workshop. It's a perfect color to the match of the yellowish tones that are in this collection from Bella Boulevard. And then this blue is the other color that's in there as well that works really well with that color, and that one is Summer Sky. And their stencil butters are like, oh my gosh, butter. I love theirs. They're the only two I have, and I am working on slowly but surely getting a few more. Then the other color that I'm using is Distress Oxide Picked Raspberry, and all of the stencils are from Paige Evans. I wasn't sure if that's what I said in the like in the beginning or not, but I did see that they are Paige Evans stencils. She typically takes her cut files and turns them into stencils. So then I decide that I am going to use the gutted section of this for my background for my photo. And then after that, it's kind of, I stopped looking at what she used and I just followed the style and grabbed whatever I felt like grabbing for the instructions. And that is about it. So while I am going through all of these, make sure that you go check out Colorcast Designs, because this is, like I said, the very first official layout for 2024. And I am using one of the subscription one, and the only way you can get this is if you subscribe to her her subscription process. And I love doing just the acrylic pieces. That is what I did for the first couple years of getting hers in, was I just purchased the acrylic, and then I went through, and if I liked some of the ones that were not part of the subscription, I got them. And if I didn't like any of the other ones, then I just got the kit in and called it a day. But that's how I got my stash to be kind of where it is now. And you guys have seen me in the last year, really trying to use up all of these words and stuff that I got throughout her kits, because I kind of let them build up. And then now I've been using them, because now I can go through them and be like, oh, this will work for this. This will work for that. Now, on the still shots were really hard to get this to pull off the page, but I promise you, like the actual layout itself, you really can see the Truly Madly Deeply on the bottom. And I replaced on Erica Creates instructions. She wanted 2 photos. I replaced that first, or I didn't replace the first photo. The second photo, I placed it with the title, because I wanted it to be that as the big title and the one of the major focal points outside of the photo. Now the layout or the picture that I'm using is of our anniversary. It is the anniversary in between my husband retiring and starting his new job. So 2023 was a real big year for us, because we were working on the transition, not in our marriage at all, but it kind of ended up being part of our marriage, because we went from being completely active duty, wondering when he's going to leave for TDY, when we're going to have to move again, to now we're staying put. He's got a full-time job, and that one's not going to send him anywhere at the time we thought. So we thought. And now, talking about this, we started in on we actually started in on doing all of these other little things. Like, for example, going on trips, because now we can just work on it and not have to worry about, well, can you take the time off? Does your job allow it? Now we can just take the RTO and I can take my time and we can go. We didn't have to worry about what the Army was saying. So that was a big change for us. And then now that he will be a year in March of this year. And we found out that there is actually TDYs. that he can go along on and things like that. And so now he's got those trips coming back, and I was just like, okay, go. And it's, you know, the funny thing is that a lot of people don't understand that when I say, okay, you can go, it's not that I'm not going to miss him or anything. It's, I'm used to it. We've done this for a very long time, and it's not any different than him being deployed for a year or him TDY for 6 months or whatever. So it was a big year for us, a big transitional year, and we actually got a kind of a smile on there. So yeah, that is kind of our anniversary in a nutshell. And I really love how this turned out. So with that all being said, make sure that you go check out everything linked down below. Make sure that you go check out her subscriptions. That's the best deal. I will tell you right now, that's the best deal. You get a little bit of both worlds. And then, but it is also, you can get stuff individually too. Make sure that you do all of the like and subscribe stuff, all of the YouTube stuff, etc., all of that. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. If you are not, hit that subscribe button. It is free. It doesn't matter. Make sure that you guys all stay safe. The still shots are coming up, and I hope that you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.